Hey guys, welcome back to the hangar. In the last video, if you'll remember, we finally got running water to the house. So now I can do stuff like this, where I can walk outside and go up to my outdoor spigots and actually turn them on, and I get water out my spigots. So this was a huge milestone in the build, getting water to the house. And that is just one step towards doing our number one priority since we live out here full time, and that's getting a washer and dryer hooked up so that we no longer have to do laundry at a laundromat. So with water hooked up, we can essentially go ahead and wash clothes because the washing machine just runs off a normal 110 outlet, so I can run it on an extension cord because it doesn't draw a whole lot of amps. In fact, I'm doing that right now. Here I am doing a load of laundry in the wash, and like I said, all you need is water and an extension cord, which is how I'm sitting here running the laundry. So with just this, we could be good and go ahead and hang dry clothes, but I want to go ahead and take the next step and get the dryer hooked up. So the dryer requires a little bit more than the washing machine. It is a power-hungry machine. I need to install a 30 amp 220 volt circuit and have a special outlet just for that in the laundry room hooked up. So that is going to be the first step in today's video. We are going to try and install an outlet and run the wire, get the breaker hooked up, and test out the dryer and see if we can get our dryer functioning. So I have installed an outlet for the hot water heater here in the back of the utility closet. It is on its own kind of designated breaker. So I am currently trying to do the same thing over here in the utility room for the dryer. So I am trying to install an outlet here to be able to plug the dryer into. Now let's go take a look upstairs to see where the wiring is coming up to the second floor. So the main panel is going to be behind this wall. So all the wiring running in and out of the box, you will not see. However, the sub panel, which is where I'm going to be powering the house from, all of the wiring will be exposed. So I want all that to be inside conduit to kind of protect it here, so this whole wall is not just like a mess of wires where they come up from between these floor joists here. I want them to all tie into conduit and run back into the breaker box like so. So what I'm going to work on doing is I'm going to work on kind of route some conduit like this, and then in every single one of, maybe not every single one between every floor joist, but anywhere that I have wire, I'll run a T like this with a 45. So you'll have, it'll look kind of like that. You'll have an inlet to run the wire into from down in the ceiling. So I am going to go ahead and run some conduit over here. I'll probably have a couple different pieces of conduit coming in, so I'm not trying to shove, all of the cables for the whole house into a 1-inch conduit. So I'll probably run a couple here, have one conduit have so many openings, the next conduit have so many more openings. And from there, we should be able to start pulling wires through them and running that up here through the breaker box, and I can get to installing that plug for the dryer in the utility room. So the first thing we did was we ran a piece of conduit over to the far west side of the building. So I am starting on the farthest to the left, as you see it on your screen here, to tie wire in, and the other circuits as I run in the house should be closer to the east or come up through the floor on the righter side of the screen. So I am running this piece of conduit here all the way to the other side, and I'm leaving that lower piece of conduit open so that I can run other circuits through it later. So once we got this much built, we started running these 2 circuits that I've already run through that piece of conduit. So those are the circuits for the master bedroom and the guest bedroom. So we are running those through the conduit that we just built. That ended up being a mistake, and we had to pull all that wire out later because we couldn't pull the dryer line past those lines inside the conduit. So we ended up having to run all 3 lines at the same time. Here we are trying to shove that line past those other existing lines in the conduit, and we are struggling. So we took everything apart and we started putting one piece at a time on over all 3 circuits at the same time. So here is what it looks like all said and done. So you can see here from this piece of conduit, I just have those 2 bedroom circuits wrapped up out of the box, and I have the power cable coming in here to this breaker to run the dryer off of. But that conduit goes down here, wraps over this way, and you can see at one point I was pretty confident, or I guess I gave myself more options to run wire because I didn't know exactly how everything was going to pan out. But this conduit past this point is full. I can't fit any more wire into it. So I'm just going to go back and plug those 3 openings, 4 openings there that are not into use. So we have the dryer cable coming in from this one right here, and then we have the bedroom circuits coming in from that one right there. Let's go downstairs and I'll show you that it is working. And would you look at that? That is a thing of beauty. Here we are, working washer, working dryer. Everything is starting to look up. And there you have it. We have a working washer and dryer. That may seem like one of those insignificant things, but let me tell you, when you're out here living, it's a big difference having these small little quality of life changes. We've had another big one here that you can probably see behind me. We were able to find a $100 fridge on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or something like that, and we went and picked it up from someone out in the country, and let me tell you, this thing was disgusting when we picked it up. But we cleaned it up, we got everything working, we washed it out with the, our running hose, we washed it out and cleaned it. It even has a working ice machine. Now that may not mean a lot to you, but that means a lot to me. I like having ice in my drinks. So things like having a full-size fridge, having a washer and dryer, having a propane grill that we brought with us from the other house that allows us to cook with more than just a microwave. These are big deals, These really help us enjoy and have a nice kind of home style life while we're out here. So that's things are getting better all the time, and it helps us stay enthusiastic and able to work hard and hopefully make more good progress on the building. But that is going to do it for this video. It was short and sweet. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned, and I'll catch you on the next one.